Hey guys, welcome back. Well, it's the morning. It's time to fill the boiler. So right now I believe it's -5 out. It's been in the negatives for a few days now, so definitely been going through some wood here. But that's okay, because as you know, we got the G10,000, so and I usually try to have my wood prep that I'm going to throw in the next morning already kind of staged, ready to go, even though I still have some of the bigger stuff here. But so let's get her open, stirred up, and get some wood in there. So she's in a burn cycle right now. I think I filled it last night around 8 or 9 o'clock, maybe 7, I don't remember. But it's I think it got down to -10. I got the kiln running, second garage, attached garage to the house. The main garage I don't have on. It still stays around 40 in there because of all the heat that goes through there, but which is nice. Unless I work in there, then I turn it on. But with the kiln running, it definitely takes, I want that to be priority. So if you don't know, I'm scraping the sides where the air channels are for the top air. Now I'm raking the coals. Let me show you what a good coal bed looks like. Hopefully you can see this on camera. I don't know if you can see. Hopefully. That's what you call a nice coal bed. That's probably 4 inches worth of coals. So she was a little cold, like 170. But that's okay, because it ain't gonna take long. What I'm throwing in is all ash. That's what I picked from. So I'm probably gonna stick in about a 14-hour load. It may last even longer because the sun's out, but I got a lot of things to do today, so I'm not going to be really able to check on it. So that should be good now for a while, hopefully. But with the sun out, it's not so bad. But let's go check on the kiln here. Really, all I want to do is check on see how the snow is melting inside of the garage here on the totes that I brought in the other day. Bear with me when I turn the light on. All right, so let's take a look. Well, there's still some snow. You can tell it's melting though. You can see it on the ground. Let's see what the temp is in here. I would have honestly thought it would have been a little better than that. 46 in here. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to turn the heat up. I only got it set, I think, to 50. Let me go look. Of course, I got all this stuff in here. Hold on. Yeah, I got it set to 50. So maybe I'll increase it to 55, 60. I mean, I can get it to whatever I want. It's just, I'm robbing, obviously, a lot of BTUs off the boiler, so I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll, you know what, let's check see what the moisture level looks like. I've been monitoring it from all the apps I have for all this stuff, but I always like to see it in person. So she's at 41% humidity, which isn't bad, considering it hasn't even been 48 hours. So, I don't know. Curious to see what you guys think. Obviously, when this goes in the kiln, it's all gonna melt, no problem. There's way less snow on here than what there was. I mean, you can tell all the stuff on the top is practically, it's a little wet, you can see there, but you know, you got the snow on the bottom, definitely in there too. Because I have a customer who wants cherry. This one's good to go because it's been inside forever. But that one's got a lot of snow. I really hate to dump that, and you can see how much moisture is right there. I was either gonna do that today or tomorrow, so I'll probably end up doing it tomorrow now. So I think I'm gonna increase the heat in here. So I've kind of been running the kiln a little different this time, just because it's been so cold and I have a lot of heat load on it. What I did was I had it for about 20 hours. I did 110 degrees. The last 16 hours, roughly 120, and now I'm going to crank it up to 130. And I think I'm just going to leave it at 130 for the next 2 days, maybe. I don't want to go any higher than that because I'm not selling it as kiln dried. I'm just selling it as, you know, dry wood, seasoned wood per se. But I'm venting the whole time, non-stop venting. So, you know, it heats it up, and I think I have it at a 5-degree differential. So once I get it to 130, it'll drop. Once it drops back down to 125, it'll heat it back up to 130. So the average temp in there is, it's at least 125 when I get it to 130. Maybe a little more, but I feel that 120-ish for the first day or two is the sweet spot as far as it not case hardening, especially since the wood went in there at 0 degrees, give or take. I didn't want it to harden or wick away too much water too fast, so now I'll get it to 130 for a day or two with obviously all the fans going and venting. Then it should be, it's probably pretty close to being dry already in there. Just I'm not going to pull out just because the moisture's high. So hopefully by day 4, which will be the end of the day tomorrow, so Friday morning, I'm probably going to pull the load out and stick in another 5. I could do them sideways and put 8 in there. I just don't really want to do that because the way I have the fan set up, the air is not going to circulate the greatest. Yeah, I'll probably have to be in there at least a couple extra days. I may or may not change it up how I do it over the spring, summer, if I'm running it or not. I don't know, we'll see. It's all about airflow really when it comes to drying wood, and heat obviously. So I'm not sure. But either way, I got to get it warmer in here. I can tell you that. So I may have to add a little bit more wood in the boiler, but I think I'm going to increase the heat in here another 10 degrees, get it to 60. The kiln will help because that bleeds heat just a little bit. It's not bad. Usually I have it wide open. Yeah, the door's a little bit warm. It's nothing crazy though. Usually if I'm actually doing kiln dry wood, about the 3rd day, 4th and 5th day, I have the heat wide open. I try to get it up to 160 depending on the moisture content. And then you can feel the heat in here. So by increasing it another 10 degrees, that'll help it in here. So yeah. But yeah, no, the boiler's running good. I'm glad I did that clean out a few days before the super cold hit because she's running efficiently. She's gassing. Obviously it's ridiculously cold. I can tell the house here, I can tell you on my app that I have for the thermostat that the house has run way more than it ever has, at least this year. Let me set you guys down here. So let's take a look. So Hopefully I get a little bit of service in here. Usage. So as of yesterday, house ran for 8 hours and 36 minutes. The day before, about the same, 8 hours, 31 minutes. The day before that, the first day of like the really cold, was 8 hours, 50 minutes. And then it was warmer, you know, days before that, 6 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours. So like, we virtually doubled in how much the houses ran. And already today, the house has already ran 4.5 hours, and it's only 10:30 in the morning. So that just goes to show you how much more heat load we've had since this cold snap. I mean, it's drastically a lot more. So by me running the kiln now and this shop to get it hotter, you know, you're putting I don't want to say a strain on the boiler, but you're going through a lot more wood. It's a lot more heat cycles, longer heat cycles probably. So, you know, that's why I always like to make sure I have enough heat or enough wood to be able to throw in the kiln for these cold times. So I have a lot of wood stored, I guess you could call it, in the middle of the yard in those bags. But you know, we have 2 feet of snow out there. Yeah, I can still get them with the tractor and whatnot, but they're all full of snow. I mean, the top layer is full of snow. The bags would kind of keep away some of the snow except for the top. But I got those 2 other wood sheds that I use for times like this. Now, we're supposed to get a lot of rain this weekend and it warms back up in the 30s, which will be nice. So then I might start moving some of those bags over. But I got those logs too, and I tell you what, those logs create very good coals. I actually enjoy burning that stuff. That and they're super dry, so yeah, lots going on. I think I'm gonna bring in some more wood. I don't know if today or tomorrow. I wanna bring in some more cherry. I should have had the cherry in there all along. I don't know why I put them over there, because they're ready to go. Sounds like I don't know what I'm doing, but I got so much going on. It's hard to keep everything straight. But if I bring in a couple more things of cherry, in a couple days they'll all melt off. They should be fine. This load is all sold, so when I pull it out probably Friday morning-ish or afternoon, whenever, I'm gonna go deliver it right away. I got a full cord Friday evening, 2 more face cords I got to give to the people that their stove went out. I got another guy who wants full cord, another one who wants kiln dried wood, some more cherry. So I got it running for a long time, which is fine. I got the wood to dry, so yeah, hopefully everybody has been prepared for this cold snap we've had. I know I was for us, maybe not for everybody else, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm curious, you know, you boiler guys out there, how much more wood have you guys gone through with this cold snap? I mean, is it twice as much, 1.5, about the same, depending on what you're all heating? Obviously, my heat demand's probably a little bit more than the average. But you know, it's all based off of insulation. How well is your, you know, house or garage insulated? This one's pretty good now since we've done everything here. I mean, the garage doors, obviously you can tell they're not sealed properly. You know, you get a little bit of cold moisture, as you can see, the kind of the frost, or that's probably salt, coming through this is technically gravel underneath here, but all the years of bringing wood in here and stuff, it's kind of changed. You know, that one does seal actually the best, except for right now because of all the snow, it's on sitting flush. I don't think we lose a lot with that, but because obviously heat rises, so, but you know, this garage door here doesn't seal the greatest now because of the snow. You can see the little air gap. You can see the right there, you know, so I'm bleeding heat there, but it is what it is for now. That's why I said in my previous video, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna concrete in here just to make everything super nice and easy. So, but yeah, hopefully everybody's staying warm, and your fireplace, stove, pellet stove, boiler, everything's running good, because it's cold. It's gonna warm up, but it'll probably stay cold for quite some time. So, but yeah, firewood demand's up, kiln's running, which is great. I got a bunch of jobs we're gonna do this weekend in the rain, which is fine. So, staying busy here, trying to stay not motivated, but having enough energy to do it is one thing. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, comments, let me know how much wood you guys are going through now with it being so cold. I'm curious. So I know my demand's probably doubled since I'm running the kiln now. House not so much. I mean, obviously the house is double, but it doesn't run long each time it turns on. The thermostat's odd. I mean, it doesn't even let it drop a degree, so it drops, I think, like within a percent that I have it set at, and then it turns back on, because I've never seen it, because we have it set at 73 during the day, and when it's running normally during the day, it maybe gets down to low 73s. It never drops to 72, which is, I guess, good. I'm thinking I can adjust that in the thermostat to maybe go down a degree. Just means it's gonna run a little longer to get back up to temp, so I like it. Everything stays the same, so that way I think the boiler doesn't get too much of a heat shock if it's just running and running, kind of like how the kiln does. Because with that heater in there, say like in my normal garage, it'll pull about 40 degrees if I'm trying to heat it to 60 degrees in my other shop. In here, since it's 100, right well now it's 120 degrees in there, you know, you're not getting that 40 degree drop with when it's blowing the air past the heat exchanger, because it's so much hotter in there. So once this guy gets up to temp, it doesn't run that much. I mean, it may turn on once every 5 minutes to get the heat back up, but it's really not that much of a heat load. If anything, it's storing the heat pretty good in there where, you know, it's not so bad. But when I try to get it up to 150, 160, yeah, it's just wide open, you know. But it's also hotter in there, so you're still pulling BTUs, but I mean, it's give and take. But it's not like I'm going through so much wood, just a dry wood, that it's not like practical to do that to make money. It's because all I'm burning, really, obviously some of that wood I just threw in earlier was, you know, kind of looks like this. Most of that was all ash, kind of knotty pieces. It could have been from a tree job where I didn't feel like cutting it to size. Let's just cut it up and get it out of there. Some of it could have been punky. That stuff wasn't. I'm burning the scraps that most people just throw out in a fire pit. Like all the stuff I put in bags or wood that's either not a hardwood, because that's all I sell. Could have been a softwood like basswood, box elder, willow, or whatever. You know, there is a bunch of, you know, hardwood over there. There's a lot of it, but it's all stuff that I'm just like, throw it in there. It's for the boiler, you know, cutoffs to whatever. So I'm using scrap stuff that, you know, it's undesirable for my clientele that I have. So I'm utilizing what I got. I do save, like that's why the wood that's stacked underneath for the boiler is some of the better wood, because I always want that kind of stuff for these temps. I want the best wood with the better BTUs for when it's really cold. Because you throw in, you know, to me, softwood, yeah, it burns hot, but it burns fast. It's just not going to last as long, you know. So like that 12-hour load or whatever I just put in there, if I put, you know, softwood in there, I may only get 6 hours out of that, maybe 7. So if I'm around, it doesn't matter. I'll be here. I can throw in more. It's not a problem. But, you know, every day I'm working. You know, I may get sidetracked and I might be like, oh crap, you know, I got to go out and do that. You know, so it's kind of like a catch-22 to have an outdoor boiler. Someone's got to be around to feed it. It doesn't matter if it's negative 20 degrees or 50 degrees. You got to go out and do it. I don't mind it. I take pride in it because it's running my business, heating my house. It's just what I do. So, but yeah, it's time to get to work here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Everything's running good. Boiler's cranking, kiln's running, wood's slowly drying in here. So, but yeah, I'm gonna turn the kiln up. I'll do a follow-up with that probably in 2 days. I'm gonna turn the heat up in here to kind of get it a little warmer so everything else starts to melt. That way I can deliver some cherry tomorrow. I could always pick through that. I'm sure there's some drier stuff in there, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But as always, keep burning.